Okay, so here we are, Utah Bushcraft, real life situation here. We got the snowmobile stuck. All right, I just kind of rode off the road, but the situation is, it's middle afternoon, storm's coming in, you can see that, not looking good. Snowmobile stuck, I can't get it started, and I've got some stuff in my pack, and we're going to get some stuff out here. You can see the video shaking. My hands are already cold, so anyway, we'll be back with you a little bit more in a second, show you what we got going on. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here, you can see I've got bare hands out here. I'm going to take a little inventory of what's in my pack. I know I got some hand warmers. I'm going to get those out first here and get them cranking up. Okay, so my snowmobile's still warm. My riding gloves are wet. So the first thing I really want to do is get my riding gloves in my engine compartment there, so that they can kind of start to dry off a little bit. I don't want to be cold and wet the whole time, so I know my engine's warm, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So I'm going to put those gloves right in there like that. Put this hood back down. It is still warm. It won't run, but it is still warm, so that'll help my gloves out. Also, I know that in my pack, so one thing that I always do, I keep extras, and they're right down in here. They're not the heavy, thick ones, but they'll protect my hands. I got my hand warmers in my pockets, and we'll get that situated. Show you what else I got after I put my gloves on here, and then we got some stuff to build a fire. There's tons and tons of beetle kill pine trees right here, so as far as that goes, I feel pretty confident, you know, about getting some wood. A lot of stuff, a lot of little twigs and stuff up there that we can break off, and I think we'll be okay. So hang out with us for a second. We'll be right back. All right, gloves are on, video's rolling. Got my hands warmed back up, we're good. Let's take a look in the pack here and see what we got. Of course, we got an extra head sock. That's a good situation there. The one I'm wearing is kind of wet, but I do have my beanie on, so I'm good that way. A couple other things, I always carry an extra pair of goggles and wrap them up in a towel. That towel is a good situation to have. You know, dry yourself off. Whatever, if we have to, we can burn it, make it cotton so we can make charred cloth, whatever. I've got extra water in here. I always carry that with me. In this little pack, this is actually a waterproof stuff sack. And I've got a bandana, extra pair of socks. I've got a Mylar blanket in there, emergency blanket. Of course, I have my first aid kit right there. Alright, just really quick, this is what I got here, Backcountry Adventures Throttle Snowmobile Backpack. You saw what I got in the main pocket there. In this pocket here, when you're snowmobiling, there's things that are absolute must. Shovel, probe, my beacon's in there. The reason my beacon is in there, okay, don't turn me in or whatever, but the reason my beacon's in there is really today is really our first snowstorm. So we're just really not really in too much of a situation with that. But some of the other things I have in here, I carry my beef jerky. We got some condiments because we did grab a sandwich before we left. So, you know, it's always good to carry extra food. I've got chapstick, a multi-tool, a knife. I've got a lighter in there. And that lighter's wrapped to some duct tape. All kinds of uses for duct tape. Excellent survival kit addition. So that's what's in there. I'm gonna try and not have to use the lighter today, but we'll see what happens. So a couple other things that I got in here. Zip that up. In here I carry rope, and I got some MRE type stuff. I don't have a full MRE in there, but I do have enough food that'll keep me alive for probably, 72 hours or something. I'm sure I'd be alright that way, food-wise. So I always carry some paracord with me. I've got that strand there. I think that's a 10-foot strand. And then also inside my pack, where the water bladder comes, where the suction straw comes out, I also carry some more. There's about 25 feet of paracord there. So we're going to use that here in a minute. And let's see what's in this side over here. Oh, more paracord. Everybody loves oh, look, there's probably 100 feet of paracord there. So we got plenty of cordage. I got my trusty Bear Grylls survival knife, and that's what we're going to use. That's the plan, to use that for the fire. I got some jute rope on the back there, makes great tinder. And then you saw the chapstick that was in that other pocket. Chapstick, jute rope. I think we're gonna be warm. So hang out with me for a minute. I'm gonna get stuff ready. I'm gonna go up here, find some limbs, see if I can't build a fire. All right, so I hiked up the hill about maybe 10 yards from my sled. So I've got to a spot here where there's all kinds of stuff that I can pull out of there, out of the trees. Pine trees, and I'm hoping that I can get me a fire going right here. Got a nice little spot for a shelter too. I'll show you that. Alright, so here's what I got shelter wise. Here's my tree. I'm going to pull a bunch of these limbs off right here. Got a fire spot I'm going to build right here, and I'm going to go between these two trees right here with some of my trusty paracord, and this is going to be my shelter. And I'm going to get my shovel out of my pack, dig me a nice little spot there, and then I'll come back and show you what I did. This is going to be the inside of my shelter. What I've got, I'm going to build a fire right here. I'm going to take advantage of that log right there. That's going to kind of be my fire reflector. Keep that heat from escaping my hole. So we'll see how it does. I'm going to get a fire going here, and then I'm going to build up my shelter. Alright, you see some of this stuff right here? Yeah, we got some pine gum there. That'll work. I'm gonna pick me off some of that pine gum and use it for a fire starter. This is the back side of my shelter in there. Got some wood gathered up, and we're going for it. Alright, so I got some chapstick. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mash it right up in to this jute rope. So it's the mint flavored chapstick. And man, it smells good. And hopefully it'll keep that burning long enough to light up some of my kindling. See there what I've done? I got my jute rope right down in the bottom of there, and I kind of made a little teepee fire on top of it. Then you can also see some of that pine gum down in there. Alright, it's time to get warm. The inactivity of me sitting here getting this fire prepped out, it's kind of got me chilled a little bit, so we got to get this going. Alright, so the fire's going. I gave up on the jute rope. I don't like that idea. It was too difficult. Would it work? Yeah. Did I like it? No. I went to the old fire puff. You've seen that in my other videos. So anyway, now we got my rope strung up here. between these trees, what I showed you, got my thick mylar. I'm going to build me a shelter to keep this wind off my back. So we'll be back in a second to show you what we did there. Okay, is it optimal? I don't know. Probably not. But I got my shelter from the wind. My mylar blanket's up. Now the wind changes directions. So anyway, what I did is I just, around the backside, tied it down, made some makeshift stakes out of some twigs, wrapped the mylar up, got the fire going, and I can sit right under here, and that wind is off of me, and this isn't too bad. So I do think I need to make some adjustments. Give me some suggestions. I want a mylar shelter. Need to wrap that around there and keep that tight. So anyway, yeah, I think this would keep me alive overnight. And anyway, we're good to go. So that's that. I'm going to tear this down, go back to doing some snowmobiling. So yeah, that fire's nice and toasty. Utah Bushcraft. Share us and like us. We'll be back with some more. That's the plan here, to do some more real life situations like this. I really think I could make it. In fact, if I didn't have to get up and go to church in the morning, alright, I wouldn't do it unless I had to. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Check out more Utah Bushcraft coming soon.